Hello, Mentority fam. Welcome back to another insightful episode. Today, we've got a topic that's crucial for anyone stepping into the world of research. How to write a research proposal. Whether you're a student or a budding researcher, crafting a solid research proposal is the first step towards making your study a success. What is a research proposal? A research proposal is a concise and coherent summary of a proposed research project. It outlines the key elements of the study and provides a clear and detailed plan for conducting the research. Research proposals are typically submitted to funding agencies, academic institutions, or potential supervisors for approval before the actual research project begins. They serve as a roadmap for the research process and help to ensure that the study is well planned and feasible. Preparing to write your research proposal. Choose a research topic. It is mandatory to prepare your research proposal before you start writing it. If your college or university has asked you to write a research proposal for a proposed study, then carry out the necessary steps before you begin writing your research proposal. First of all, check the feasibility and significance of your research. Try to understand how this research can benefit the stakeholders of the study. For instance, suppose that your university has asked you to carry out research on the topic, effects of high salary on the profitability of IT companies. Then, try to find out how this proposed research can affect the stakeholders, who are IT companies, and their employees in this case. Is this research feasible or not? Once you are sure about its feasibility, proceed with the preparation. Otherwise, contact your university and discuss the proposed research topic. Ask them to provide a new topic, in case it is not feasible to pursue. If your university has asked you to choose a topic for research, then select a topic that is feasible and beneficial for the stakeholders. Also, make sure that the research addresses a significant research gap. Conduct a literature review. The next step in writing a research proposal is to conduct a thorough literature review. A literature review is a crucial part of your research proposal, where you discuss earlier literature on the same topic. For instance, suppose you are given a topic, effects of high salary on profit among IT companies. Then, search for literature on similar topics, or those somehow connected to it. Don't only collect research papers that support the topic, but also look for those that oppose it. This way, you can not only write a literature review, but also provide detailed criticism on the topic. If you have reached up to this point of the video, then I am sure that you found it interesting. So, please click that subscribe button and bell icon for more similar content. Define your research question. Clearly articulate the central question or problem your research aims to address. This question should be specific, focused, and researchable. For instance, suppose that your research topic is effects of high salary on profitability among IT companies. In this case, your research questions might be: do IT companies paying high salaries make higher profits? And does increasing the salary of employees increase a company's profitability? Your hypotheses will be: increasing the salary of employees in IT companies also increases profitability. Increasing the salary of employees in IT companies decreases profitability. Increasing the salary of employees in IT companies has no correlation with profitability. Develop research objectives. Break down your research question into smaller, more manageable objectives. These objectives should be clearly defined, measurable, and achievable within the scope of your project. Choose a methodology. Research methodology refers to the systematic and structured approach that researchers use to plan, conduct, and analyze research. Determine the most appropriate research methods for collecting, analyzing, and interpreting data related to your research question. Justify your choice of methods and explain how they align with your objectives. For instance, suppose that you are carrying out research on the topic, effects of high salary on the profitability of IT companies. In this case, you can conduct quantitative analysis such as regression or correlation analysis, taking the average pay of employees as an independent variable and profitability as a dependent variable. You can also watch our detailed video on how to write a research methodology. Link is provided in the description. Writing your research proposal. In most cases, your college or university will provide you with a format for the research proposal. In case it doesn't provide one, you can use the following format: title, introduction, literature review, research questions, and hypotheses, research methodology, timeline, budget, ethical considerations, and conclusion. If you want to use any AI writing tool, I would suggest you first ask your university or college for a permission to use of such tools like ChatGPT. Many universities and colleges employ AI detection tools to prohibit the use of AI writing tools. So, don't just use it for writing your research proposal. Instead, you can seek some help in writing your proposal. Don't solely rely on ChatGPT to compose every section of your research proposal. Utilize your own creativity and understanding to write specific components of the paper, such as the introduction, budget, ethical considerations, and conclusion. Write the methodology section yourself because it is crucial for your research proposal. Choosing a best title for your research proposal. An attractive title can give your research proposal an extra edge, keeping your readers hooked. Choose a title that not only attracts readers, but is also related to your topic. Writing introduction part. The introduction is also a crucial part of your research proposal because it attracts the readers. If your introduction is not attractive, the readers may not go through the full proposal, or your university or college might reject it. You can divide the introduction into two sections. The first section is the background, where you define the context related to your research. The second part is the problem statement, where you define the main problem and explain how this proposed research could help fill the research gap. For instance, suppose you are writing a research proposal on the topic, Effects of High Salary on the Profitability of IT Companies. In this case, you can write in the background section about how IT companies provide large remuneration packages to their employees to retain the best talents. Also, explain how these companies are growing rapidly due to a flexible work environment. Then, in the problem statement, you can write that large IT companies are interested in understanding the correlation between high salary and profitability. There are still no studies on this topic, and this research can fill this research gap. Writing a literature review. Literature review is main part of your research proposal, so keep it somewhat larger than other parts, and carry out detailed research before you start writing. You can use any AI writing tool like ChatGPT or Bard to collect the most relevant literature for your research proposal. I have realized, while using ChatGPT, that it is providing me with only imaginary research papers, and not real literature and their links. In this case, you should use Bard, because when I asked the same query with Bard, it provided me with real research papers, their citations, and links to download. Therefore, Bard is advisable in this case. Suppose you are writing a literature review on the topic, Effects of High Salary on Profitability Among IT Companies. You can use this prompt. Bard, I am carrying out research on the effects of high salary on profitability among IT companies. Please suggest me 5 research papers that support this topic and 5 more that oppose it. Once ChatGPT finds relevant literature for you, ask it to summarize the necessary parts of every paper that you found relevant. Afterward, rewrite the paragraphs provided by ChatGPT in your own words. Now, write your literature review in a critical manner. For instance, you can write a literature review like this. Arnold, 2011, argues in his paper that high salary packages are helping IT companies bolster their profitability and brand equity. Continue to write a paragraph with this sentence, and then use another research that opposes the correlation. For example, you can write, on the other hand, Puneet and Sharma, 2012, negate any correlation between high salary and profitability. Continue to support this opposition in the paragraph. If you are writing a large literature review for a research paper, thesis, or dissertation, you can divide it into different sections. For instance, suppose you are writing a literature review on the topic, Effects of High Salary on the Profitability of IT Companies. In this case, you can divide your literature review into the following parts. Overview of high salary and job satisfaction for IT companies, effects of high salary on financial outcomes of IT companies, and financial and profitability aspects of high salary packages. Research questions and hypotheses. Write the research questions and hypotheses you've found during your research of your proposal topic in this section of your proposal. Writing a research methodology. You can seek help from ChatGPT to get some suggestions for writing your research methodology. For instance, suppose you are writing a proposal on effects of high salary on profitability of IT companies. Ask ChatGPT for suggestions on whether a quantitative or qualitative approach would be better for this type of research. Inquire about the suitable type of sampling, data collection, and data analysis methods for such research, and so on. After gathering enough suggestions, you can proceed with writing your research methodology. You can also watch our video on this topic if you're interested. Outline how you plan to conduct your research. What methods will you use? How will you analyze the data? This section is the backbone of your proposal, so keep it concise and to the point, without any jargon. Timeline. Provide a proposed timeline for the completion of different phases of the research, including data collection, analysis, and writing. Also include a Gantt chart if necessary. Budget. Budget is an optional part and it might not be required in the case of small research projects. However, if you are writing a large research paper, thesis, or dissertation, then you must include it in your proposal. Provide a brief outline of the resources required for the research, including funding, equipment, and any other relevant costs. Ethical considerations. Write a detailed discussion of ethical issues involved in the research, and how these will be addressed to ensure the well-being of participants, and the integrity of the study. Conclusion. Write a brief summary of the key points, and a restatement of why the research is worth undertaking. And there you have it, folks. Writing a research proposal might seem like a daunting task, but with a clear structure, and a well-thought-out plan, you'll be on your way to conducting impactful research. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Mentority for more insightful content, and hit that notification bell, so you never miss an episode.